Okay, 351. Yeah, hopefully, Nightbot will be working. Hang on. Hey, Raymond. Sorry, I've been in and out. How are y'all tonight? Sorry, I'm going to unmute and mute and all that stuff. I literally had supper dropped off and Backlash took off. Have a residential fire. So I'll just figure I'd start a live if anybody wants to come in, come out, go through. Nothing in particular. This definitely was a spur of the moment live. And the weather is a little ugh, under the weather, crappy feeling. Don't feel like doing anything, but got to. I'll be right back. I'm going to help Panda wash her hands. Sorry about that. Hey, fishing local. I just been in and out. Hey, Jeffrey Allen, I'm doing good. How are you? There's no particular topic. This is Saturday Night Cove. Just started a live so people can come in and out and say hey. Just if y'all want to chat for a moment, or I'll be right back. I have to step outside for so good. Thank you, Cleveland. I'm kind of been in and out and trying to get some last few minute things done. But I'll be right back and Sorry to those who are in here. Hopefully I've... It's like as soon as I hit live, everything else wants to happen. Got people calling in. And... fire department stuff happening. And... fires and... and then the little one wants you to put a train track together. Been busy last couple minutes. I'm still trying to eat a little bit of supper. Thank you for still being here. Hi. It's been crazy last couple minutes. Oh, all right. Maybe we'll settle down for next couple minutes, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Nothing changed. For those who haven't, if you drop a venture, hopefully Nightbot will still continue to drop your channel link. So more than welcome to do that. I see you, Raymond. Keep Backlash in your and the rest of the fire department in your prayers. There is a structure fire. Hopefully all, and it's a mutual department, so it's like multiple departments. So hopefully they can get that out. And you know, you have that feeling it's going to be a busy night tonight? Yeah. Staten Rose. Huh. Okay. Let's see where it's at. Sorry. We have a app where we can see where the calls and stuff are at, so I can kind of get an idea. Okay. Thank you for the feeder in here. Hey, Miss Vicky. $21.02, $21.04. En route. So not. Okay, sit down. Ah, told you, ever since I hit live, something's going. Okay. Let's see what else happens tonight. Woo. All right. Anything else gonna happen? Let's see. I've got dinner. Well, won't technically thrown at me, but it was handed to me. So Backlash gonna go to the fire call, which they were able to get out. It happened to be a little probably wasn't originally a burn pile. It kind of got out of the hand for a little bit. It got out of hand, and yeah. Hey, warrior. Two. Let's see. Okay. Okay. How's everyone? Oh, that's 7. I think it's been. Okay. Thank you, Miss Vicky. All right. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Hello. I don't know. Hey, zombie. Okay. And yep. The StreamYard thing link is posted at the top if anybody wants to come in. And do forgive me, I'm eating a little bit here. I had Batlash was nice enough to drop dinner off before he had to go respond to a fire call. So yeah. It's been a little crazy ever since I hit live on this thing. I've had phone calls, Panda needing things. I'm just like, oh. So I'm slowly trying to eat supper and and I just needed to get up here and get things off my brain and yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Need some light, don't I? There we go. A little bit. How you doing?
Doing good. Just trying to keep my mind occupied on off of something that's happening, and I want to try to not to think too much on it tonight. Panda. Is that a good ice cream? Mm-hmm. It's chocolate all over. Chocolate all over the face. Is it good to your tummy? Yeah. Can you go sit down in your chair so you're not dropping all over the house? Show us. Show what about what? Yeah, I'm trying just to breathe, Miss Vicky. I know I mentioned it before. I have an aunt that's in hospice, and either tonight or tomorrow. We don't see much.
Oh,
So,
sorry to hear that.
because and I was actually in the process for this morning to go see her, and my mom, because my mom's sister, and she just left from there. She's like, Unless she's like, I know you've seen her prior, but at this point, she wouldn't recognize who you are. It's like that last few final stages where things kind of, in a sense, shutting down.
Hard to go. See people you love go through that.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You wash your hands?
So Backlash is, what's he doing? Is he fire meeting tonight? Or firefighting?
Actually, he was responding to a fire call.
Oh, okay.
In the process of getting, because him and first time, just a last minute fishing, and he was in the process of coming home. Stopped, got us dinner. Yeah, it was quick enough for him to drop it off. The fire whistle went off. He was responding to it.
I see where it said. It said going to a fire at 85 is a lot quicker than coming home at 55.
Yep. So now he's got to come home slow. Do you need help, Panda? Hang on. Just make sure she's not creating a waterfall.
Oh, that's always fun.
You got it?
Mama to the rescue. All right. Hello. What in the world? How many's out there? Y'all are quiet in chat. Doing good, Vicky. How you doing? Zombie show. No.
Yep.
My time and fame of the limelights of coastal waters is over.
Hang on. Got my sister calling me.
You good there? All is well in Cali, Miss Vicky. Raymond's still out there somewhere too, isn't he? Oh, Jeffrey Allen, he was here. I don't know if he still is or not. Out in the chat. Scrolling up, trying to see who else been in here. Attorney Daughtery. 351 Cleveland. Oh, Backlash said I'm here.
It's like ever since I hit live, it's been one thing after another.
Oh yeah. Every time I do that, and when I hit live, I'm just like, oh my god! And then I can't wait for somebody to come up there and be on the panel with me. That way, it doesn't seem so quiet.
That was my sister, because while I was getting this going, she was calling and asked if I have a gift box. I'm like, wait a minute, I do, but it's in like our big Christmas bin that has like all the wrapping stuff. I say, you're very glad this hasn't been put up the attic yet. So I went through that to get a gift box. I'm like, geez.
Well, Vicky, whose videos you watching, Vicky?
I'm watching videos.
Whew. I didn't get to watch the video. I saw that
at the station.
Saw where Backlash got to take the boat out and try out the new trolling motor.
He did. It said, I think, a little piece of the carpeting is causing something with the motor not move easy back and forth or something. So he's got to figure that area out. You're done?
Hello,
All right.
Miranda Panda.
Okay, thank you. Ooh. 49. That's a lot of subs.
It's a lot of subs. I think I may be worse though.
I know.
I have I have 570. I'm sub to.
Oh. I'm only at 370. and sadly, a few of them are the baby first learn, Cocomelon, PBS kids.
Vicky said, "Oh, you have 2 new videos today." Been there since 2016. I have. Let's see. I've been on here watching. I had a channel, probably around, I'd say around 16, 17. I had my first channel called Prepper Insights. I didn't keep it up very long because my internet was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So hard. It take 2 days to put a video up. And so after, I think I had 150, 170 subs when I quit. I wasn't on there a couple months, 2, 3 months. So I got away from it for a while and decided to come back, try it again.
Panda, are you knocking on the table?
But who you got there? That Big Mac's probably lurking somewhere right there too.
Who is it? Sorry.
Oh, she left me again. Did y'all hear that? That panda is a mess. 276.
Hey, you get that marker up. You see it?
I don't know where I'm.
Hey, hang on.
I may have hit. I bounced up between 475 to 500 here lately and bounced back down. So I don't. I'd like to get my 500, get that community tab. I'm kind of like everybody else. I never really worried much about subs. And I want to get on here, and the social part of it's really great. But I would like to have the community tab to put other people out there.
I'm gonna get 50,000 calls. Everybody gonna think my house is on fire. A Backlash Leaving with Lights had the fire chief at my door. Granted, it's my brother-in-law.
Vicky,
banging on the door.
Vicky, we're all those little channels here, ain't we?
Okay. How are y'all doing tonight?
What time did you go on?
7.
7.
I
Oh.
scheduled at 7. Oh,
Yeah, it's at 6 o'clock my time. I forgot y'all are on Eastern.
yep. I didn't see many on, and I just get up here and talk and chat and just keep my mind on off of other things. And then everything else started happening.
Ain't that how it goes?
Yep.
Backlash. So he's back at the station.
Yep. But his fire chief was out my door getting his wife a gift box.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's how family oriented we are with the fire department.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Brother-in-law's the fire chief. My sister helps with secretarial work, like the paperwork, and then both my nephews are in it. And literally on this block that we lived on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 just on this block. So the fire department is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Well, I got to hop off here. My kids just showed up, but I'll
That's
stay
fine.
here in the chat.
All right.
Get Vicky up here with you.
Is Daddy back? Are you sure?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the man, Rustic.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hello.
How y'all doing this evening?
Busy.
Busy.
Doing
Because
good.
ever since I hit live, different things have been popping up.
When it comes to computers, I'll keep you busy if you sit there long enough.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like Vicky.
Okay.
You start trying to get all the other channels and start watching and kind of watching some of the videos for everybody. Golly.
Yeah,
Oh, I heard him come in. Well, listen, I was just jumping down as you come up, Rustic. My grandkids showed up here, so I'm going to see them for a minute. But I'll leave it running. I'll be out floating in around the chat. And I'll be catching you a little later, Rustic.
Is grandbaby there?
Huh?
They bring the grandbaby over?
Yep. Yep.
I don't blame you for leaving.
I'll get all the time I can with them.
It's back.
Hi.
That's a scary sight right there.
No, that's a scary sight when you see him fishing.
Actually, he did pretty
Wait a
good
minute.
today.
I'd like to see him fishing. All I ever see is him backlashing.
I caught 23 today.
Did
How
you?
many?
Yeah, internet.
23 bass. A chain
Bass.
pickle and a
Wow.
crappie.
23 bass.
Half of them on camera.
Oh, hey.
Around here, if you catch a crappie, you want to throw it back because it stinks pretty bad.
The crappie I caught today was about 14 inches. Weighed about 2 pounds.
We don't have crappie. We have crappie.
Crappie,
Yeah,
crappie, something.
Crappie.
Fill the freezer, Vicky said. Yep. I'll
I
tell you
threw
what,
everything back today.
our crappie, we have the crappie we catch in the strip pits, and they got some pretty good lakes. I'm talking about we got several over 100 acres. Those strip mines left them behind, and man,
No.
you talking about some good eating. How that
Very
deep
well.
clear
How
water.
bad was the fire? It started off be like a little brush fire. Well, like a.
They got caught out of the. Sorry.
Jumping down. I'll be out here though. I'll be watching.
Okay.
Gray wolf that got caught out as a grass fire at the neighbor's house. By the time we got there, the neighbor's barn was fully involved.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, Raymond. Hey, Gray Wolf.
Was it initially they were trying to burn the grass a little bit, and then it
No,
just
they were burning it. They
trash?
had a fire pit. And
Fire pit.
The 30-mile-an-hour wind we've had today blew it out of the fire pit and went across their backyard and up their neighbor's barn and took out everything in the barn.
Ah, fun.
Yeah.
Did it burn the barn now?
Not quite, but it did catch it on fire.
Wow.
I don't think it totally.
It might as well be down.
Oh, what's it that?
Just
Well,
gonna learn. Can't build them fires in that winds like that.
The roof, all the siding, and
siding.
2 walls were gone.
Um,
And most of the stuff inside of it was on fire.
Did you get a chance to watch John and Dana Parker's video from up CatCon today?
Not yet because I was out fishing.
I think
Yeah, the audio is pretty bad on it. I mean, you can hear John and Dana, but when they're talking to somebody, you can't hear them because his audio was that bad. But it's it's clear video. But man, you'll put a lot of faces to names. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's Big Matt.
You got a big mouth.
Thank you.
Sorry about my last
And I have
video.
been here since the beginning, since you were hiding behind your icon working on something. But, you know, I have to mod in other channels, so it's kind of...
What?
I turn around like this here and see Matt. I'm like, oh,
I know I'm a scary fella with a big heart.
No, I was just got used for a second for me and Coastal being up there. The Backlash jumping in every once in a while.
My faith is being questioned. Huh.
Oh, Vicky, look at there. Vicky said, you got your own fireman, Lucky Coastal Waters.
I actually have my own fire family.
Yeah, I'd put more stock in the family than Backlash because, you know, he backlashes everything.
I don't know who's able to get dinner here and go respond to a fire call, so he did good. I know just a few moments ago, my brother-in-law stopped by and he's a fire chief. And when he was here dropping dinner off, his lights were going. And then just a few moments ago, my brother-in-law, I said, am I going to think this house is on fire or something? Or responding. I'm like, oh my goodness.
They had a fire right outside of town today. A house caught on fire because they were doing something in the fireplace, and a big old clump of creosote came down out of the fireplace, and it went everywhere.
That burned for a while.
Well, the only thing left standing is the fireplace.
Love you. Oh, goodness.
I love you too, Backlash.
Don't let me go down there and kiss you, Big Man.
Me, so.
You do, and you'll find out how fast you can get Backlash back.
I'd rather have Miss Panda blow a kiss.
That's right.
I needed this.
Yeah, Backlash better behave or she'll make him go put on the fire jacket. I am taking the kids tomorrow. Put on that jacket time I get back. Don't forget the boots.
When me and my wife first got together, she was always worried about me. She, she wouldn't be able to sleep because of after the pager would go off in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now the pager goes off in the middle of the night. I come home and she says, "Where'd you go?"
So it was just, I hate a barn caught on fire, but still.
Yeah. See anybody's stuff catch on fire and they just, even when they truly, truly deserve it, I still hate it. They lose everything.
And we have a feeling this might not be the only call tonight.
Well, I was always told they come in threes. Sorry to break that to you, but
No.
Well, you got to look at it this way, you know, with the weather it's too cold for campfire. It's just too hot for campfire. So when that weather starts getting about right, more campfires start popping up.
mm-hmm.
So the coffee table is not covered in water with the.
Yes, it'll be around.
Yep, that's what
We don't say fire here, my friends. Vicky lives in the old concrete city. Everything's concrete and asphalt. There ain't no such thing as a fire out there.
But yeah, they have them wildfires out there.
She got marker on her hands, so she had to clean her hands.
That's fine, Panda. Yeah, we're in trouble. She's getting too smart.
Yeah, California does have some beautiful, beautiful country out in California. They just got stupid people running it.
Yep.
That's why everybody's moving to Texas.
Yeah, send them out to Texas.
I'll tell you what, at one time, there were a lot of people discussing about Texas becoming a state of itself. If it ever becomes a country to itself, you know what I mean? That'd be the most populated country in the world. Everybody be moving to Texas.
Hey, they are talking. They're threatening it again.
It's like here they're threatening. They've been threatening for years to cut out New York City and make them their own country and have just upstate New York, where I'm at, be part, of our own country.
Good. That's good because that way some of them cities that's Democratic ran, we can surround them and say, okay,
yep,
you're on your own.
We've been trying to turn New York State red for years, but
apparently Texas is too hot.
Vicky said we are created equal. Oh yes, everybody's created equal. It's just some are smarter than others.
Yep.
I'm not one of those in that category, but Texas is too hot. It can be. I've been through there a bunch of times. It can be.
If we didn't have the humidity, we'd be okay.
It's not any hotter in Texas than most any other place. The only thing that makes it bad is we get really bad humidity.
Mm-hmm.
But what also people don't realize that humidity actually affects the cold too, which makes it really cold too.
I'll trade our humidity for yours any day, buddy.
You can have it.
That's one reason why my wife can't move.
Have it right now.
Move to
the
Texas.
humidity we got outside right now, you can have every last bit of it.
My wife suffers from severe asthma.
Temperature-wise, it's only like 50 degrees, 55 degrees outside. But the real feel is like 30.
It's wintertime.
It's not normally that temperature here.
No, it's gonna get worse too. You better get prepared for that.
Well, look at you guys last winter down there in Texas. You guys aren't prepared for all that snow and ice and stuff. Because you weren't.
We are.
And they were blaming.
We are now.
They were blaming Cruz for all that mess, and it's like, how can you blame somebody who lives in a warm state that they never experienced something like that? They don't have the setups there that we would have here back north. You know what I mean? We're set up for them cold.
We wouldn't have been so bad if somebody wouldn't have turned off a turbine in the middle of an ice storm.
Yeah.
And it froze, and then we didn't have power.
Yep. And plus, you guys down there are not set up like we would be here in Missouri for our winters. You know, ours is set up. Ours is for they send stuff down there because they said, well, they got a lot warmer weather. They don't have to have as much protection. All right. Here we got to have a lot of protection on our stuff because we get a lot of cold winters. This year ain't been so bad, but you know, the further north you go, it gets really bad.
Yep.
And the further northeast you go.
Well, that's like the big joke down in Florida. They get a little bit of dusting of snow and they're all freaking out. Up here in New York State, we're out grilling in 2 feet of snow. We say hold our beer.
Hey, Gray Wolf.
Mm.
I put my number up in private chat. Text me a little bit later.
All right, I'll try.
Call me or something, whatever. Try me.
Let me write that down right quick.
You can have it. Put it in there. Keep up with it.
It's
I
just
sure will.
I've been fighting my faith the past couple of months.
You ain't the only one been there, brother.
Hey, you need to send me your address anyway, Zombie.
You'll be getting it.
Yeah, I will want to.
Yeah, you will.
Let me see if I can sneak that out of there.
But yeah, sometimes you just gotta have somebody to lean on, Gray Wolf.
Well, 2 of the deaths they know each other. The one down in Louisiana, she went out on a date and they found her dead alongside the road. And the last one was a very good guitarist. He was in a band. Her ex-husband was best friends with the guy that just died not too long ago. And this man didn't even drink.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people have the what they call NA, the non-alcoholic cirrhosis. You know.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine. He had to have a liver transplant, and they said what happened to his liver was he had used a lot of Tylenol. So Tylenol tore up his liver. Ashley Brady.
Hey, I think I sent mine to you in private.
Got you, brother.
Well, I wasn't going to come up, but I figured, hey, I need my family.
That's kind of why I came up here tonight. I need to.
If you call me,
I know my aunt's about to pass any day now, and I just not mentally want to go there, but she's at the last few days, so it can't be much longer.
Sorry,
Zombie or Grey Wolf, could one of y'all please do a little prayer for Miss Coastal Water?
We sure could.
I'm voicing my prayers. Almighty Father in heaven, we ask that you watch over Miss Coastal Waters as she deals with the illness of a family member. Watch over all of us as we go through and ordeal the losses in our lives. Keep Miss Coastal Water and please keep Backlash strong so he can be her backbone and be strong for her. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Yeah, I think I sent mine into private there. You just have to text me before you call me or I won't answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I may have dialed you by accident. If it did, it's ignore it. I'll save your number.
And now we can't hear him.
Who we cannot hear?
Behave myself
Oh.
around here.
I called him, messed it up, didn't I?
I'll be right back.
We all muted.
No,
I got no sound.
I can hear you.
Well, you can come back in there.
Oh.
That's why I name a fidget spinner.
My wife does this right here. She twirls her hair and then she get a little piece and then she'll tickle her ear with it.
I can hear everybody. I can hear everybody now.
Hey, Miss Ashley.
Ashley.
I wish
Ashley,
they all could be for the girls.
Backlash. Can you get my
How's
fidget
that?
spinner?
Hey, Boo Rocka.
Hey, Boo Rocka. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, somebody tried to call me. My phone says, yep.
That's me.
That's in the car.
You.
On the little tubby thing.
That'd be me. Oh.
It's not itchy.
They called him again.
I know, they've been hacked.
Hey. Who got hacked?
My brother-in-law and my brother-in-law's Facebook account just got hacked. Of all things, what's going on?
I've had to change mine 3 times under different names and stuff. Finally, I got it under, I put it under Rustic Outdoors, but it's got Rustic under Outdoors under David Rogers, and nobody's messed with that one.
Since there's only 5 of you in
Okay, we just got a message from him. I'm like, I'm already friends with you. Why am I getting a message from you this way? So, and that's been hacked. So.
Ashley still ain't said where she's from.
Ohio.
But that's going to be a whole nother video. So.
Oh. Why you worried about being a California girl? She's from Ohio.
And,
Ohio girl.
I'm not, sorry. And before
Except for rock,
far ahead because I'm tuber.
Try to know that.
Yeah, Ohio, right off the lake.
I know we're big at. Right off the lake,
All right.
you don't go fishing.
Y'all have fun. I'm going to go back to the chat.
Okay.
Because I got to deal with something over with Rambling with the Brooms. So. And besides, I make you nervous. You got to fiddle with your fiddler.
No, it's not you that's making me nervous.
As long as it ain't me, I'm okay.
Is this something else?
Oh, there's not anything there.
You got one of them little deals that's got little bumps in it. You push them in and out. They go pop, 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 pop. Yeah, you got
No, this is just a regular fidget spinner.
I mean, there's a YouTube video out where this teenage boy, you can tell by looking at him that he's I don't know, just teenage boy.
Mm-hmm.
He got it in his hand like this, and he gets his daddy's air compressor out, takes the air blower, and starts blowing it. It gets so fast it comes out, it rips him from right here to right there. And it shows it on the tube. When it hit him, it just said sliced him open, and it fell apart. And he was like this. And then the other person that was recording was running behind him. He was going in the house, I guess. He was crying and yelling.
Oh my
do stupid things. You're gonna pay for it. I did.
Well, you know what the famous last words of redneck is, don't you?
No.
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Oh, yeah. Or hold my beer.
Yeah.
You see that, John boy? Here, hold my beer. I can do it better. Fiddle bee, bee, fiddle bee, bee. The fly has married the bumblebee, and the fly said he will marry you. He will. You marry me? We'll live together in harmony.
That's a tongue twister.
Is that like one of those, you riddle me this, I riddle you that? Don't know.
It's a kiss on Tina, Ladybug. Hello.
Hey, Tina. Gray, I know you're muted. I know you can hear me. How's your back doing?
Huh?
How's your back doing?
Doing good. I'm looking to have maybe another surgery on my neck. I had discectomy about 4 or 5 years ago, and they took out the disc and put a cage in my neck, and now they're talking about having to do another one.
Wow. I know I've had my spine fused, my lower back fused, and I got two messed up in the center of my back. And then I got two up the back of my neck that's messed up, and they want to go through here, right through here to get to it. And I said, why you got to go through there when it's right there? I mean, I can feel it right there.
Yeah. Well, my first surgery, they went through here.
And they said that they were going to fuse it all the way down, and I said, nah, forget that mess.
Well, the first surgery, they went through here, and they said they were going to fuse my neck. Well, I only lost like 5% of my movement in my neck when they fused it. So now my left wrist, which I'm left-handed, all I can do is this. I can't do this with my left wrist. And I'm afraid that when they do the second surgery on my neck, that's gonna put a kibosh on my firefighting.
Yep. Ashley.
I miss Ashley.
I agree with you. What, zombie?
But I don't know what Backlash they don't have down there, but we have fire police, which we direct traffic and stuff like that, and for fire calls and accident calls and stuff, and we keep people from going on the scenes and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing.
We've got a fire station right up here in town. Well, it'll be up over this direction. Don't be that direction.
Hey, Panda. Not right now.
A bunch of them that lives here in this town. But a house right next door to the fire station catch on fire, and 12 miles away, a fire truck will be here before ours gets out of the building.
You'll have that. See, my department, we carry our fire gear with us. So
that's like Backlash.
Do that either.
We get toned out. I go straight to the scene.
Or when you try to plan a Christmas party, everyone's already at the station, and like 5 minutes before the actual party begins, the alarm goes off. And beforehand, we usually get the next local volunteers, because granted, we're volunteer, but we get like the surrounding towns just to kind of, in case of if they could be mutual aid or backup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, normally nothing of that happens, so we thought maybe it'd be okay to have it. But we did let the other stations know we will. But the other station was having its Christmas party, so we're like, what do we do? So just they went ahead and had it in like 5 seconds, a couple minutes before to officially start and whatnot, the alarm goes off and all the firemen go running out.
When I was in high school, I'm second generation firefighter, and we were all at our awards banquet for our fire department. My sister was home because she wasn't a member at the time. We had a chimney fire at our house. Every single one of us ran out of the fire station from our banquet in Class A uniforms. We were all dressed to the nines. And our chief's wife, she responded in a dress with her bunker pants and bunker coat.
Right.
My little brother, he's a volunteer fireman. They live in that little town we live in, that we grew up in. Man, they got 3 or 4 fires a week over there.
So it's like funny, the wives and the girlfriends are still at the station. We're just sitting there like, we're still trying to get everything somewhat together because they weren't retired firefighters were there. And my nephew, who was watching over the we're cooking steaks, and he's like, because my brother, it helps out.
Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate that.
And we called him, or he called him in the process of running to the truck. He's like, Uncle Mitchell's on the way. He's gonna watch the steak. We're like, because I went out and like, hey, how long are the steaks need, or da da da, and he's like, Uncle Mitchell's got it. I'm like, okay.
So I've been a volunteer firefighter for 37 years. I wouldn't change 1 year of it for anything.
It's bad enough when I guess like the morning my water break for Miranda, and we have a information of a 37-year-old woman, pregnant woman. There's only one on this street, and that's coming over the pager. My brother-in-law has a pager. My nephews have a pager.
They're like, oh no.
They're like, okay, there's only one person in town meets this description. So everyone's at my house. Even a couple of different family members and like town, they're just off my had half the town and police department in my house before we even called 911. It had been called for it to go over the thing, but I'm just like, really?
That's what happens when you become part of the biggest family in the world.
Yes.
What? Coastal, y'all take care. I got to go to another place, so I'm gonna roll out of here.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Grey Wolf, Rusty, y'all take care. You got my number, right?
Yep.
All right. Adios. Bye, Coastal. Keep Backlash out of trouble.
I'll try.
Tell that baby we said hi.
We do.
Yeah, hopefully one day we'll get to see that little baby.
Well, that's like all the military, the vets and stuff. They talk about their PTSD. There's a lot of things that I wish I could unsee in my 37 years of being a firefighter and EMT.
I'm sure.
I go through PTSD big time. Coastal, have you had any luck with your trying to do the chaplain?
Not yet. It's just trying to find time that I can devote to it without everything else.
Well, me being a Baptist pastor, I automatically became the chaplain of my fire department.
So like you said, I like the military, the EMS and stuff. I'm pretty sure they have things they need off their mind.
What's really bad is when you do a funeral for one of your own members in your own
Mhm.
department.
My brother-in-law, he's been in it. Oof. He signed up retire at 50 years of being in the fire department. But when him and my sister, their early marriage and stuff, we have a firemen's convention here, and they had their well, my nephew, their son, and I'll be kind of somewhat babysitter in a sense. So I got to kind of tag along. And when you ever hear Amazing Grace on bagpipes, because they did a mock funeral, and then they mentioned the names of the fallen firefighters of that year. I'm just sitting here like, how can you? It's just like a sobbing, just like so much emotion in that.
I lose it.
It's
Whenever I hear Amazing Grace on bagpipes, and then they ring the bell.
Yes, it's the bell. I'm like,
I lose it. It's like my former fire department I was in just here recently before we moved. We had one of our EMTs is 75 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And she started having health problems. And now she's in a nursing home. We're not looking forward to her funeral when she passes. She's the biggest sweetheart in the whole department.
Aww. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. And that's why with family member, you know it's coming. It's just when you've got sick. Cause both sides, my dad and my mom, we are a big family. Cousins, aunts. It's a good aunts, uncles. There's a good number of us on each side, and it's like, especially with my mom. Last year, she lost 2 siblings, and now this year she's getting ready to lose another one. So definitely on her end, it's been a little harder because this will be the third one that they've had to bury within the last 3 years.
Hey, Fluff. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, all that.
Good to see you.
Well, it's like a couple of years ago, we lost one of our past chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was he a past chief, but he was like a father to me.
Right.
And he was a Marine.
Oh.
And I took that one hard, especially when we had a guy in full Irish. I mean, he had a kilt and everything playing bagpipe.
Oh.
Hey, Paul Man.
Hey, Paul Man. How's your seed collection? It's going pretty good. Actually, today I picked up another box of a flower seed mix that I want to plant it out.
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out if it's okay with you, Coastal.
No problem.
Hey, if y'all haven't checked out all that fluff and stuff, y'all go do that. They're down in Australia, man, and they have a channel, and I think they're just getting good and started, and she's learning all about the video and stuff. And if you want to see some awesome locations, man, where they fish and some beautiful scenery, go check them out.
All that fluff and stuff is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm still waiting for them to catch that big Barracuda Munda or Barracuda. I can't say it.
What that one? Yeah.
I just, like you said, I just love watching the scenery. Just like it feels nice and warm.
Yes.
You feel the rays.
Yes. Then you look out the window and you go, oh. And you smile when you look at the camera again.
Yeah.
Well, that's like on Reef Robbers live. What was it, last night? I think it was.
Ooh.
They had question and answer for everybody that was up on panel.
They're camping and fishing with limited internet connection.
And Sandy Toes asked, "Where's your all-time favorite? The vacation spot you want to go to?" and everybody says where you live, Australia. I've always wanted to go there.
It's definitely on the list of places.
My wife wants to go to Ireland.
I definitely want to be with somebody that is from there and tell me, hey, don't step right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or don't say
The
that.
thing I know about that place is when you go to bed, check your shoes before you put them back on in the morning.
Yep. When you want somebody to look at you and say, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because you
Don't
might end
touch
up getting hurt. Yep.
Yeah, it's
my
like
wife.
I'm really hoping to get to drive out to Arizona, and that's what I'm wanting to do because there is a couple people I want to stop by and see on the way. I just want to make a trip out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Matt's one of them. And he said, we're going to go fishing one day while you're here. I said, man, I can spend a couple of days there. It don't matter, you know. I said, I just want to visit. And he said, when we go fishing now, I said, we got gators. I said, so you mean don't wash my hands off at the water's edge? He goes, nope.
They're traveling to North Queensland.
Yep,
Oh.
that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
I know. That's a good movie. Crocodile
I
Hunter.
got icicles hanging off my house. I'll send her if they won't melt.
I know yesterday, I think, got up to 80s, and but it was still overcast. It wasn't too bad. And today it's right back, freezing rain, and I'm like, Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's like we got all this ice fell and stuff, and it's freezing cold. And then every day this week, it's supposed to, like, starting Monday, it's supposed to be in the 60s all the way up to 70s all week.
Well, it's like last week we had 50s and 60s, and now we're bitter cold. Mother Nature needs to get back on her bipolar meds.
Something. Somebody needs to making her mad.
Yeah.
More what?
They say spring's around the corner. Well, yeah, I haven't found that corner yet.
Hang on.
I want to get my garden going.
2 weeks of cold weather, and it's going to just be cool and get cold and be warm, cool, cold, warm. And then it should be getting there pretty good about April.
I didn't know that was funny. There you go.
I so needed to hear that little girl laugh.
Hey, Fluff, we're glad to have you in the group. I mean, we love it when you stop by. I mean, we thank you for coming in, and we'll always go check your stuff out because we just love the videos you're putting out. Because every time you go out, you seem to get better and better and better. And
Yep.
I mean, it's just we love seeing the scenery that you're putting up out there.
Yes. Definitely think
That's like fluffing stuff, and that's like Sandy Toes. I mean, I love hearing them talk.
You got that right, Paul, man. No happy medium. Not right now. Last week we was warm weather. This 2 or 3 days here this week we've had freezing rain and ice falling and icicles hanging off everywhere. Everything covered in ice. Next week we're going to be high humidity probably because it's going to get warm.
Well, look at Modern Native. He went out and did that little challenge where he jumped in the water and he had an ice shelf break off and almost take him out. And then the next couple days, the river, the ice broke off and everything and started washing his Jeep down the road.
Yep.
He almost lost his Jeep.
Yep, Fluff here pretty soon. I'll be doing some videos up there in Kentucky off the riverside on the lake and the dam side, and you're going to see some I can't even think of it now. Oh heck, the big old white birds with the big old gullet that hangs down. What is it? I can't think of the name, man. Yeah, you're going to see some pelicans, opera eagles, and which you already know what a seagull is, and you know what a pelican is too. But we got some big pelicans here. I seen once pick up a duck, and that duck was, You can see it kicking in his bill right there. It was all hanging down, and finally it opened his mouth, let him out.
When I was about Panda's age, we used to go to Myrtle Beach a lot of times, and I miss that. I remember a lot of stuff down Myrtle Beach and that, seeing them seagulls and the pelicans and all that.
Yeah, we started going to Myrtle Beach last year in July around my birthday at the end of July, and I told her I want to make a tradition out of it because I love that area. Since I've been down there, when we was down there last July, at the end of July, and we was there for 7 days, 8 days, maybe 9 days. Well, we was gone 14 days in total, and I was looking for a house to buy. I was wanting to move there.
Well, it's like my sister and her husband and son. They've been down. They live in Wilmington, West Virginia, or Wilmington, North Carolina. They've been there for probably 20 years.
Yeah, everybody's trying to buy that beach property.
And we make fun of her because she comes up to visit us here in New York State, and she sounds like Coastal Waters when she talks.
You're 4 hours from Myrtle Beach.
Yep, we are.
Well, hey, there's a pier down there on Myrtle Beach that I fish off of. It's $10. You get to fish all day long.
Oh wow, that's cheap.
And oh yeah, and so that's where I go fish at right there because I don't have to have state license or nothing. Because you got to buy the state license to fish on the beach. And so
that's like at Atlantic Beach, Oceana Fishing Pier. You pay and you got access to their pier, and it was like kind of like that blanket license. You can fish out there on it.
Now, see, when I used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time when I was 4 years old and that, my dad has a really awesome story. He went out deep sea fishing one time with a guy and caught a marlin. He says that was awesome.
Let us know when you go. Oh, I'll let everybody know when I go because I'll announce it. You go back and watch my videos. I think it's still on there where we went on the way down. And we stopped at this one gas station to fill up with fuel, and just a pit stop. And I seen a woman come in with a big old lizard hanging across her shoulders here.
Oh,
not a big one. And like a yellow-looking lizard, big joker. And when we come out and everybody got in the truck, you can see me backing up. Said, I want y'all to watch this. I want y'all to watch this. I got the camera around there, and it shows that woman walking her lizard like a dog in the grass, letting it go to the bathroom.
Well, that's like when we were all going down there all the time. This was back in the early 70s. My sister was born in 72. Racial tension down there in certain places. We needed milk for my sister. My dad walked into this one little mom and pop shop, and it was all the African American family owned. And they saw a white man walk in there, and they just stopped and looked. They thought they were going to have big problems until he started talking. They realized, you're not from around here, are you? My dad says, no, why? He says, because the reason why we stopped and it dead in our tracks is because we thought there was going to be some trouble. They were the nicest people to my family when we were down there.
Well, I met a lot of nice people down there too, real friendly people fishing off that pier. I mean, they said they welcomed me in because they said, boy, you know how to fish and you're not crossing our lines like everybody else does. And you're doing everything right. And I said, well, man, I've been fishing since I was born.
Yeah, South Carolina doesn't have taxes on pre-prepared foods.
Well, that's fine, Fluff. You ain't got to go live, and which is nice. Now we love to watch you go live, and but just shoot you a bunch of videos and stuff, and post them on there. We'd love to see them.
I don't go live yet because I'm still trying to figure everything out, but I still. And I don't alter my videos or anything. What you see is what you get. I keep it real.
Yeah. Definitely have to do some more and with this, they'll also get me to get out more, like to climb the lighthouses again and
Mhm.
film that area of North Carolina, and then the historic places.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep it so real. My last video I just dropped a few minutes ago, I was crying.
Well, I love it down there. I wish we could at least buy a place where we can go down there quite often, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it surprised me. I figured everything would be extremely high down there, and it's not. It's about the same as it is here.
That's like I watch some of the bigger YouTube channels. There's some of the Southern black women cooking. You listen to some of them, and it is some of my favorite videos to watch.
Oh, I watch a
watch a
lot of
Southern
them, see how they do stuff, and that's how I cook it.
To watch a Southern black woman, the way she talks and everything, I just love it. First time I ever heard of a burner on a stove called an eye.
Just to help me. Oh, I will. I'll let you know, bud. And if we got room, y'all can stay the night in the condo with us. Because usually we get a 3-bedroom condo and we got 1 bedroom usually open. So y'all more welcome to stay one night or something. We'll cook up
You
a
need to
big
come
dinner.
up in my area, Rustic. You ever heard of the Finger Lakes? It's kind of like the Great Lakes, but smaller. You look at a map, and it looks like fingers on the landscape. I live between Seneca and Cuca Lake, 2 of the Finger Lakes. They're awesome. Good fishing.
It's like I got also Carolina Reel Streamers and Jeremy Tournament Cats. They want me to go fishing one day when I'm down there.
What y'all doing?
Down fishing. Because that's what I was wanting to do last year. I got the saltwater experience. First time I ever fished out of saltwater. That was cool. I caught many different species of fish out of there. Caught all the way from sharks down to a what they call a robin fish or something like that. You know? And I've even caught well, I'll have to go get it here in a minute, but I'll show you. But I always wanted to try the freshwater down there too, but I didn't get that chance. So I guess I will be buying my out-of-state license when I'm down there.
Well, one of my bucket fishes to catch is going to be, I want to do a marlin. I want to catch a marlin like my dad did. I've always wanted to do that.
Arizona out of state, Texas out of state. If we go to Pennsylvania, I have a Pennsylvania out of state, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, and Tennessee.
See, when I was also growing up, my grandparents, we always went up to a place in Canada, Ontario, Canada, up there, just the other side of Niagara Falls and all that.
I think that's gonna.
We used to fish for walleyes up there. Walleye was good eating.
Whenever a game warden walks up down the bank, and I know he's taking license, I'll pull my wallet out and I'll pull out this stack of paper about this thick. And I'm sitting there doing this right here, like, oh God, he's getting closer. Which one is it? He'll walk up there and he goes, "Can I see? I'm trying to find it. Hold on a second." I said, "Is that it?"
Oh, no, I'm trying to find it. I got 50 of them.
Yeah. They'll ask me, "How many you got there?" I said, "I got 8.
More often than not, they'll just say, "Well, you know what? You got it covered." So up here in New York State, we have free weekends.
Yeah.
And
we got one free fish day a year here, and we go over to Tennessee and fish one free fish day over there too, so we can go over there and fish. But I just got a brain fart and I can't remember what I was going to say.
Well, we didn't have the money to get our fishing licenses at that time here a couple of years ago, so we went out for that free weekend. Well, the game warden comes up and says, "Can I see fishing licenses?" We're like, "This is supposed to be the free weekend." He goes, you know what? You're right, because I just came back from vacation and I forgot all about that. Have a nice day. So game wardens do make mistakes. He forgot all about that it was a free weekend.
Yeah, Coach, if you got any those videos out, she wants you to drop one. So she can have something to watch later.
Let's see.
You know what?
They're the ones when y'all was going to the donuts, man. I love that one.
Oh, that with the donuts, I think that was on one of. Oh Lord, I'm not typing. It was Ryan's live. So
I think Coastal's still trying to figure out what she wants to film on. She does do filming on the fishing though.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. That family's got 3 channels.
And it's just trying to remember to get the camera out to record. I'm just like,
It's like I had somebody message me today. I'm not gonna say who it is. I said, "Hey, buy my merch. I got a merch store now. Buy my merch. Hey, come buy my merch." And I said, "All right, I'll buy a shirt from you if you buy the shirt from me." I got merch too. And which I did. I did have merchandise that was in my store. I had my welding shirts. I had Rustic Outdoor shirts and caps, and it was all camouflage caps, had Rustic Outdoors on it. And my shirt had a little emblem like this right here. It said Rustic Outdoors, and on the back it had a big deal on the back. And then I had other types of stuff. So, but my kids decided to wear all of them, so I ain't got none of them anymore. When I closed down, they said, "We're gonna do it in shirts." I said, "I'm gonna put them up slowly, one by one." They was disappearing. My daughter started wearing them out.
I've been thinking about getting one of those Cricut machines, where you do the vinyl stickers and all your T-shirts and that. And that's how I'm thinking about doing my merch.
Well, you look at Rich from Fishing Canadian.
Yep.
A musician, and his iron-on deals, they look pretty good. And then today I watched a real good video from John Parker, and Dana was filming. And Paul Metal, somebody walked up there and had one of Paul Metal's shirts on. And on the front, you could see it, and it looked like an iron-on deal. So, to me, I would rather have it on the back.
Yeah.
I would do wearing anything on the front of my shirt except for if it's something like this right here.
Like yours, I would do a little bitty on the over the heart, and then do on the back a bigger design.
Yeah. I've always done that on my Rustic Outdoors t-shirts and stuff I had. I'd put a little one right here, and I'd make the back big.
Well, that's like my fire department shirts. The fire departments, they have the little logo right here, and on the back the bigger logo.
Yeah.
See, when me having that bait shop down there, and in 3 years that thing growed. I mean, I growed that thing, and I had everything you could think of to start a merch store. Everything. I just never thought about doing it.
I want to start a bait shop here. We don't have very many here in my area, and we got all these lakes. I got into wanting to do a bait shop when I saw the movie Bait Shop with Billy involved.
Yeah, I seen that.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, Fluff. We like when we have our giveaways here, it costs so much to send a big ticket item overseas, but we can send stickers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to break down and order me some more because I had a whole box from where I had my business up there of my Rustic Outdoors and everything on it, and it don't have the phone number up like that. It was just stickers, and I put them up somewhere, and I have not found them yet.
Well, I'm going to use. Big Matt made me an awesome logo. I can't figure out how to put it when I do this.
Yeah, for your icon. That's easy.
I can't figure out how to change it because I still have that, but I'll learn it. but my logo that Big Matt made me is awesome. I'm thinking about doing that for my stickers and that.
Did you send that logo that Matt made you? Did you send it to your gallery where you keep your photos? You sent it to there.
Well, he sent it on Facebook Messenger, and I sent it onto my YouTube thing right there where I changed my avatar, but I can't figure out how to do it for here.
You know how I did mine?
Huh?
I pulled up my I'd go up on my YouTube and I hit my icon and go to my channel.
Yeah.
And then you go down and you'll see a deal there that said be like edit or something. It's got like a pencil deal. You click on it, and then your icon in the center will have a camera on it. You hit that, it'll say upload or browse. You hit the browse, you click on that one and send it to it.
Okay. I'll have to go in there later and try it.
Yep.
How did I do? You know, you're trying to figure out something you did before and you can't do it now.
I do that all the time.
Let's see. No.
I got in chat one day and I was messing with somebody and I kept changing my icon while I was in chat talking, and people thought it was actually two Rustic Outdoors in there. I mean, I didn't mean to confuse people like that. I was just messing around, changing between those two, decided which one I was wanting, and they kept saying, "Wow, there's two Rustic Outdoors in here."
The Rustic.
They was having conversations with both of them. It's hard to come up with a great graphics looking stickers. I've got a couple in mind, but nothing too exciting. All that fluff and stuff, and with that barracuda, what her fish is, that's a fish I'd put on there.
Yep.
Y'all love chasing them. They have like a
catch that fish. I'd put that on there for the logo.
Australian Outback design in the background. There you go. Icon with your picture. It looks like your boat, and sitting on like some water, and a barracuda or whatever that is jumping out of the water. That'd be cool. Then on the boat it says all that fluff and stuff.
You guys aren't hearing any music on mine, are you?
No, I don't.
Okay, because my wife is out in the living room on the other side of the trailer or the other side of the house listening to music.
Got to participate.
I just didn't want to make sure nobody got a copyright strike.
Barramundi, yeah, Barramundi. Yeah, get you a sticker made up and put on there all that fluff and stuff, and have your boat, a picture of your boat on there with a Barramundi.
Yeah,
jumping out of the water. That would be awesome.
Cool.
Or have your name put on the boat. Let's see what we got here.
Huh, okay. Yay. I figured it out. This is one of my ideas for a sticker. It's Dance Among the Waves.
That's cool.
Is that Canva? Is that Canva right there?
This is Vista Print.
What's that say?
It says
Done Among the Waves.
The waves. And this is with Vista Print.
Yeah.
And then
you can barely read the words on it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go back and where the wave part is, put in a mermaid. So this is on their free trial type thing.
Yeah, it's one that you can take and push on the wording up there, and it come up, and you can get rid of the wording. Put your own on there, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
The way Canva is. Coastal, I haven't had a proper washing in nearly 3 days. Been roughing it and badly needing a shower. Oh my God, I love that green color.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, in the chair, man. My chair. Set you down on me a little bit. Oh, great. Skipped out a second.
He did.
Yeah, I would. If I was going to do something like for coastal waters, it'd be something like a sticker to have like a line of a beach, the ocean with that, like a little waves like you had there, little sunset or partial sunset, and then sitting there with like some kind of drink with that umbrella or something.
Yeah, that would be cute.
That when I hear coastal water, that's what I think of right there. Kick back on the beach with an umbrella drink.
Oh yes. As soon as it warms up, yes. I would say there's never a bad day at
4
the
hours
beach.
from the beach, you can do that. If I want to go to a sandy beach, I got to go to Mississippi River and try to find a sandy spot in the mud.
There you go. You say you never have a bad
You can't
experience.
fish there, man. This is my beach.
Yeah. Even if it's raining or whatever at the beach, it's never a bad day.
I'm wanting to redo mine because mine is just basically look just like my store sign, you know. But it's designed all right. The rustic outdoors part, it looks like old barn wood with nails that's half drove in or rusted and everything. And it's got like the water with a sparkle, and it's got a big catfish in it. And but I think that's cool enough right there. I mean, I don't need nothing all that fine. It'd be nice, but I just don't. I'm just not real big on something like that. I'm more or less like, you know, let's make it like this. I think this is cool. And besides that, that print right there, when it came out on them shirts, it looked awesome. I didn't think it would, especially on a light colored shirt, but it did. And I've even got one, but I haven't found that one there either. But I bet I go look through my daughter's drawer. I bet I find it because she likes wearing her daddy's shirts. I told her, I said, "Girl, you're almost 29 years. You're 29 years old. And you're still sneaking out here with my shirts." Her and my granddaughter, they when they lived here, that's what they slept in was my shirts. And they loved them shirts I had made up for the store because they wasn't cheap shirts. They was comfortable shirts.
That's like one the fire department gets made. They're very nice sleeping shirts.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't want to have any shirts made up. Try to get as cheap as I could to make as most as I could. I wanted them, when I buy a shirt, I want it to be like this: comfortable, soft, and it don't stretch all out of place and everything. And I mean, when you wash them, they won't shrink. And the logos hold up great. Like this is my welded shirt. I got holes in the front of this one here, but you see how well the stickers are. I mean, I can try to turn around here. I don't know if you can see that.
I can. Cool.
That's my logo for the welding business. And they held up. I mean, they didn't peel, they didn't do anything. They held up great. And so we paid some money for those. And I basically made $2 on every shirt because I just really wanted to sell them, get them out there. Because to me, it was about the advertising. People wearing my shirts. Hey, where'd you get that at? Well, there's a bait store so back there.
Oh, yeah. Best advertising is word of mouth.
Yeah, like if every time somebody come in, if they bought $50 worth of stuff, they got a free cap. On my welding business, if people come in there and I had welding do for them, I give them a free cap for the welding business part. And then we just did a lot of stuff like that. Had people come in and buy my caps. That was awesome.
He'll be leaving this available connection soon and probably won't see me for a couple of days, but I'm filming and making moments and create content, hopefully. Well, good luck. Hopefully you get some beautiful shots and have some fun.
Yeah, be safe out there.
Definitely.
They live in a country where everything bites you.
Yep.
It eats you if it could. Man.
I was like watching Cody when he was doing his trap. I'm just like, be my luck, I'll be surrounded by Codys and everything else.
That's why in my videos used to be, I have a gun on my hip, especially when I'm on that Mississippi River. It's because of the coyotes and stuff like that, and plus being so close to a town where there's a lot of drugs and they get a lot of shootings going on and stuff like that. People trying to rob you, and especially if they see you out there on that river by yourself, nobody around.
Oh yeah.
And the coyotes mainly because man, when they run out there, they run in huge packs, and you got all that bait laid out there fishing, big old pieces of fish, and they can smell that. Well, you have fun and you be safe out there, Fluff. And you two be careful.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of great and nice people on here. A lot of them from all over.
Yeah, happy fishing and don't work. I try not to work too hard.
Capture every minute. Tails up. That's what I always say on videos. Tails up. I've even got it on the back of my van. I got stickers on the back of my van. Tails up. Do y'all have Facebook? Messenger. You don't have to have Facebook Messenger.
I do, and Backlash does. Hey, crew. What up?
You look me up on Messenger and send me y'all's address. I'll send y'all this sticker I got.
Okay. Creel, Florida.
Hey, Creel, what's going on?
How's Florida these days? Is it cold or getting a little bit warmer?
Where's your buddy Smallwater? Wherever Creel's at, Smallwater's not too far behind. My wife's in there watching the originals. You ever seen that?
I have. And
she loves that TV series.
Vampire Diaries and.
My son named his son after Klaus. That name was neat, but he was stillborn, and they still named him Klaus. But he was stillborn, and they said, "What do you want to name it? Or are you going to?" I said, "Well, yeah." And they got everything set up for him out there. Put his name on it. Hot today. Oh, Jinx. We said at the same time.
I think it's Elijah that I seem to, of the original.
Yeah, that's Klaus' brother.
Elijah is the one that. That's the one I like.
Yeah, that's what he wants. If he has another son, that's what he wants to name it. Elijah, something other. Elijah Michael or something like that.
Yeah. It's like Klaus and Rebecca and other brother and stuff are. Y'all got way too much drama.
Yeah. Hey, I even liked it after I started sitting there watching it. We watched it on Netflix and we sat there and binge watched it.
What's that?
Like, oh crap! What's Klaus gonna do now?
The vampire it's the originals of the Vampire Diaries.
Watch
you have
watch
like
them
originals
too.
before.
I think they could have found in the Vampire Diaries. I think they could have found another girl to play that one that they remember back years ago, like a reincarnation of her. And I think they could have found something better. She was just like an overactor. I just never cared too much for her. Now the blonde that carried the other person's babies, the twins. Now it's her.
My wife got me hooked on the Twilight series.
Oh.
I've seen them too. Ain't nothing better than a sparkling vampire. We're not like normal. We sparkle in the sun. We're like diamonds floating.
Well, there was back in the 80s. They had them the vampires looked like rock stars.
Oh,
and now they sparkle.
Oh.
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Now the vampires sparkle.
Yeah.
They sparkle.
Yeah, my vampires did not sparkle.
Yeah, Breaking
I'm showing
Bad.
my age. My vampire was from Bram Stoker.
Yeah.
Dracula's.
When I was a kid, we used to watch every Saturday at 11 o'clock or 12. Well, no, it was 11. It might have been noon because Mama, every Saturday, she'd fix a bunch of popcorn and we'd sit on the couch and watch Creature Feature.
Yep.
They had a little Boris Karloff, like them vampires there and stuff like that.
And then
black and white movies.
Tales from the Crypt. Yeah. With that bone looking
the
character, skeleton creature.
Yeah. Breaking Bad. I was going to say about Breaking Bad. I said I would never watch that show because it promotes drugs. But wife was watching it one day and I walked by and I just sat down and I was tired. I was laid back on the chair and I was sitting there watching it. Yeah, we binge watched the whole thing. I mean, it was like, golly, boy, he just turned bad, boy.
My oldest son started watching it and got my wife to watch it, and well, that's like I biker and everything. I swore I'd never watch Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. That worked out well for me. I watched it from the beginning to the end.
I liked Sons of Anarchy now. I watched it from beginning, all the seasons, all the way up until all the gay stuff. When the gay stuff started happening and they started promoting that, boom, 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 I quit watching it right there. I said, I can't watch that anymore.
I never could get into the new show of it.
The Mayans?
The Mayans.
That's why it don't air no more. They took it off. That's why it's not on no more. Because
nobody could get into it.
Mm-mm. It's like once you get started and like you get the family, you get the drama and everything, and then they want to do a spin-off. It's like we have no connection yet with that.
Well, look at that. Look at the show, that 70s show. That 70s show was awesome. Then they decided they wanted to do that 80s show. That sucked.
Yeah, they should have left that alone.
Yep.
It's like all the Batman movies. They keep coming out remaking Batman from the beginning. And if you look at every one of them, every one of them's different. It's like, okay, so which one, how did he start?
Yeah. I'm sorry. My Batman was from the 60s with Burt Ward and all that. And
let's say mine.
The original Batmobile.
Michael Keaton.
Holy smokes, Batman.
and
I get a kick out of the one there that I'm Batman. Oh, I'm sorry. My Batman never said I'm Batman.
If you ever
my
watched
Batman,
the Lego,
had all these pings.
Batman
Movie,
the Lego Batman movies for the Lego movie, it's hilarious. Oh, it is so funny.
That's the one my wife loves. She loves the Batman with Michael Keaton in it.
Yes.
That he made these best Batman.
The only movie I liked with Michael Keaton was one where he cloned himself.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
The more they cloned, the more from the clones, the more stupider the clone got.
Made one that was a Romeo, took over his
Yep.
life.
One was a
something
complete
different about
moron.
you. What have you been drinking?
But the sad thing is, we're sitting up here on panel showing our ages.
I ain't but 53 years old, so I was an 80s teenager.
I'm 53.
I'm only 40.
I was a teenager in the 80s, so anything rock 80s I loved.
Oh yeah.
Up to about mid 95, and that's about the end of that one.
Well, that's like me. Rat, Bon Jovi, Kiss.
Mine was always Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Cinderella, stuff like that. And then my favorite band was, and Zombie will tell you, my favorite band was Metallica. So.
Oh, I love Metallica, but my favorite band is always going to be AC/DC.
I never was. I like some of the music, but I never was a big fan of them. A lot of people are. My wife is, but I know their music. I've listened to all of it, but I was never that big of a fan of them.
Well,
but
that's like
I mostly had real long hair down my back, and I was just heavy metal, man.
Yep, me too. Well, it's like Bon Scott was always my favorite, and then Brian Johnson took over when Bon Scott died, and then they fired Brian Johnson. They fired Brian Johnson, and they brought Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I thought he was going to totally screw all them songs up.
You want to see it? You want to see
it? I actually watched a video with Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses doing AC/DC, and he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like AC/DC, not AC. Guns N' Roses with Slash, but when like Slash left, I was like, that was the Guns to Guns N' Roses.
Well, that's like the original drummer for Guns N' Roses is my favorite. He did that Celebrity Rehab show.
Yeah, he started that group, Red Velvet Revolvers.
Yeah, Steven Adler.
That's a good.
I never cared for that group. I wish him and Axl Rose got into it because I can't remember right off the top of my head the drummer's name, but I used to know it.
Steven Adler.
Anyway, yep, he wrote the music for Guns N' Roses. Right, and he had awesome music, and he took with him to Red Velvet Revolver, and but it was better
Uh-oh. You're breaking up.
Rustic. I think you're breaking up.
Now,
I got it.
Okay. Well, I'll have to start learning like sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah, when somebody cuts me off, I can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what killed Guns N' Roses right there, because he wanted to remake nothing but old music and like that, and which there was a couple of songs that he redone. He made them better, but the rest of them was crap, and they should have stayed with what they was doing, because they come out in 1989, and man, they were on top of the world.
Yep. Well, they fired the drummer because he had a stroke because of all the drugs he was doing. And he went to Celebrity Rehab. Huh?
Yeah, him and Axl Rose got into it over the songs. But he cleaned his act up and then started Red Velvet Revolver.
Yep. But then he got back into drugs again.
That I don't know. I just know that I seen Axl Rose live here on TV here about a month ago, and I'm thinking, man, that dude don't look nothing like he used to.
Well, have you seen Vince Neil from Motley Crue lately?
He got chunky.
I watched after the pandemic. He cannot remember the words to any of the songs that they did back in the 80s and 90s.
Well, none
Dr.
of them can
Feelgood and
remember their
everything, and-
songs. That's why they wear them earpieces, so the words are playing in their head.
Yeah, but they did a I watched a video with Vince Neil they were doing all like Dr. Feelgood and that, and he was Bill Nye the Science Guy and Poon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he and the music was top notch. The rest of the band was playing everything great. It's just he couldn't sing.
I know. I watched their the last concert of their farewell tour, and it rocked.
Mm-hmm.
And it rocked out. And that's when they should have stopped right there. Boom.
Yep.
Because I can't remember the guy's name, but it's the guitarist he had that disease, and he was a lot older than the rest of them.
Mick Mars.
And he could barely walk, and he was out there playing that guitar and stuff. That should have ended it right there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, see, my favorite Motley Crue is always going to be their very first two albums. The self-titled one where they had Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
And Shout at the Devil.
I like that one. That's my favorite one. That one and
the one after that,
Dr.
I didn't like.
That one and Dr. Feelgood was my two favorite ones. I mean, I liked all their songs. Every one of their songs were top notch. It wasn't a bad one in a bunch. But Shout at the Devil and Dr. Feelgood.
One thing I liked is when they remade Brownsville Station, Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were all good. It's like they were all good, but Rock of Ages and Photograph was my two favorite ones.
Yep, Def Leppard.
Hysteria. I liked Hysteria. Now that was the three top ones for me right there.
Well, that's like the song starts out Guntai Glieten Glauten Globen.
Rock of
Everybody
Ages.
Everybody thought that was German. Nope, that don't mean a damn thing. He just decided he wanted to come out with it.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? Photograph? It's about Marilyn Monroe. I found that out.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't have Marilyn Monroe in it. It's got this other chick in it.
Yeah.
And she's hot too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she might not be now. That was back when we were teenagers, and she was in her probably late 20s, and she's probably 70 now.
Well, that's like Daisy Duke. I had the hots for her.
I think it was one that looked like her, but I don't think it was her.
Well, I had the hots for Daisy Duke. Yeah, you look at her now.
It all happens. We all have to get older.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I tell people too. I tell people, they say, well, they start talking about how they look and stuff like that. And I said, well, I used to be beautiful once too.
Yeah.
Because that's like with the Super Bowl with the halftime when they were talking about 50 Cent. I'm like, he is not as thin as all of them have aged.
50 Cent grew up to be $1.
I say we have all. That's like
that's like everybody was saying that Eminem, when he bowed down, it was for Black Lives Matter and this and that. No, when Eminem took a knee, and Dr. Dre got on the piano, that was in honor of Tupac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that was a Tupac song that Dr. Dre was playing on the piano.
Yep.
And he didn't deserve to be honored, in my opinion.
No.
He was a gangster rapper, and he was literally a gangster. And you know what's bad is nobody's ever seen him buried. They say that he's living because he keeps releasing music. New stuff.
Well, that's like everybody says Elvis Presley didn't die.
Yeah, he died. He shot himself right there.
Man, I can't. We got to stop showing our age.
I've never been one for rap. if I want to listen to poetry, I'd read poetry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And back when rap in the '80s, that was decent, actually decent, pretty decent rap.
Oh, Run
You know,
DMC.
bunch of it. But nowadays, it's just like kill
This
cops,
new
rape
stuff?
this, beat this. You know, forget all that mess. You know, I don't care for all that. Degrade women real bad.
Yep.
And
Well,
I've never understand why anybody would want to listen to something like that.
Yeah, back in the '80s with rap and that, it was, you know, lifting women up and stuff like Run DMC and LL Cool J and everything. Now they're putting women down and stuff.
Yeah. The closest to hip hop I've ever listened to was Michael Jackson, and he wasn't even hip hop. He was pop rock.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people call him hip hop king. No, he was a pop rock king.
Yeah.
He was the king of pop rock.
Yep.
And to me, that's about. And I like Michael Jackson. I tell everybody, I liked his music.
There was a lot of his good stuff that was good.
I haven't come across a bad song of his yet.
I know that's how some people have about country. Like, I'll never listen to country. I'm like, there's different genres of country.
I listen to Rascal Flatts, and that's about the extent of that.
I go outlaw country.
Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Give me Waylon Jennings and.
You need Kenny Chesney. You need. Let's see. Kenny Chesney, Gary Allen. You need. Let's see, who was in the 80s and 90s? Clint Black, Clay Walker. I like the 90s, 80s music. Some of the newer stuff.
I like outlaw country, like Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
I've never cared for country music because 99.9% of it was, I'm drinking because my wife left me. I'm going to the bar. And my truck broke
down.
And they're always getting drunk about a woman or getting in a fight or the truck broke down.
Yep.
That's why you need Kenny Chesney. He puts you in the island mood and all that good stuff.
I wore the jacket as a teen. What jacket was that, Creole? It disappeared on my chat before I got to it.
I wore the jacket as... Oh, the Michael Jackson jacket?
No, I didn't do all that. I mean, there was some kids at my school did that, but the one with all the zippers on it.
The Michael Jackson jacket.
What they call it back in, parachute.
Yeah. I actually wore parachute pants.
Country music is my thing either. I mean, I listen to Rascal Flatts, and that's about it. And I sat there and laughed. I watched them in concert, and it was one of the concerts, and they had a lot of people in there. And it come up on this one song, and I can't remember it to save my life. But this one song he sings, and every woman in that place was crying. And I was sitting there laughing my butt off. I mean,
one of the concerts that me and Backlash went to, it was a Rascal Flatts, Gary Allen, and I think someone local was opening. Soon as, because I was there for Gary Allen, and as soon as he came out, I'm like, can we leave now? There's some of Rascal Flatts I can tolerate, but there's some I'm just like, I'm done. Can we go now?
The best concert I ever went to was here a few years ago. My wife worked at a place in Corning. We have Tags Summer Stage, where a lot of places. It's a place down in near where I'm from, and she got tickets to see the Steve Miller Band. They were awesome.
I bet that was.
And there was this kind of haze going across the audience, and it kind of like was Rustic. You probably know the smell. It was kind of a skunky smell. Yeah, security was trying to find all these people. They just kept moving. They'd light up and kept moving.
Yeah, I'll come out of them places, and I didn't even smoke that stuff, man. And I was like,
exactly.
Good concert, man. Good concert.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good concert, man. Whew, boy, I don't know what was that going on in there, but that smoke they had to run on that stage was tough.
Hey, you don't want to stand up too far because that smoke was up here.
Yeah. Yeah, because the higher up you got, the thicker it got.
Yeah. Gives a new meaning to
After about 45 minutes in the concert, man, next you see panties and bras start slinging forward.
Yep.
What are they doing up there, man? Golly. Got into them people.
Gives a new meaning to the song Purple Haze.
Yeah.
Speaking of Purple Haze, that's ECU's a pirate football team is their opening song.
Oh yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, yes.
Yeah.
That is their and right before the team and everything comes out of the shoot thing, whatever, it's literally like a big puff of purple smoke coming out and billowing out, and yeah. So
But I bet you it didn't smell like the original Purple Haze.
probably not.
No.
Well, that's like when I heard Ozzy listen to Purple Haze for the first time, and Ozzy's like, "Why does Jimi Hendrix want to kiss this guy?" Because in the song it says "Purple Haze in my brains." Pardon, excuse me, while I kiss the sky, and he says, "Why does he want to kiss this guy?" Of course, you know Ozzy. I mean,
You gotta love Ozzy.
I'll be right back. I gotta go my supper.
Okay.
Yeah, went to Motley Crue in Memphis, Tennessee. Me, a buddy of mine, and two girls we took up there, and that was an awesome concert. And I had to park back in the back where Motley Crue's touring bus was. And there was a tall chain link fence that went around. They was on the inside, and I was parked there on the outside right there. And we walked all the way around and got in. And we didn't even have tickets. And somebody come out one of the side doors. And they, as they were starting to close, you could tell they were high, boy. When the door started to shut, I reached up there and grabbed the door, and I pulled the door open. We just walked in. And we walked in there, man, and we sat there and watched that whole concert. Then we walked out and walked back to get in my car, and they was coming out, and we were standing there around my car just talking, and they hollered at us and said, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" So we're just
chilling.
I thought we was fixing to get in trouble, and they said they come over
Hey, Robert.
and said something to me, you know, and Vince Neil asked me where I was from, and I told him. He goes, "Oh, that's cool, that's cool." And I thought, "Yeah, you're high too." And then their manager hollered at us, "Come on, we gotta go, we gotta go." They looked at us and said, "Be cool, man, be cool, man." I was like, "All right." I was driving a 1967 Chevrolet Impala 2-door hardtop, all solid white with chrome wheels on it.
Yeah,
And I think that's what caught their eye because they seen that car.
Okay.
And then Vince Neil's the one that noticed the car because he's in the cars big time.
Mm-hmm.
And if he'd have sat there long enough, he'd probably try to bite that off of me. That would have been awesome. I sold a car to Vince Neil about a crew, man. But I didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, Reef Robber. I don't know how old Reef Robber is. I don't know if he even grew up a teenager in the 80s, but.
Reef Robber, what did you grow up in? The 80s, 90s, country, rock, hip hop. All right.
What I call that crap.
I'm a little bit of country, a little heavy metal.
I used to drive a Cutlass Supreme with T-top 78 model. Well, those are good looking cars.
So he's not by himself.
Mine had the 283 with a 2-speed power glide transmission. From 0 to 20, it would light them tires up. As soon as it hit 20 mile an hour, it was like hitting the brakes. Whoa, and it barely moved.
Hey, Rusty.
Quick, 0 to 20. Hey, backlash like you just woke up.
Yeah, I took a nap. Just put Panda to bed.
Put her down for the night.
Yeah, she's ready to go night night. Good Lord, she's been up here almost 3 hours now.
Had a 350 in it. Yeah, them 78 Cutlass were, especially when one T-tops, man. You really thought you was something back then.
I had an old Pinion, had a 450 big block Chevy, and now I have one with a 454 big block Ford, I believe is what it was, or it may have been vice versa. Two straight inboard boats. Them things were loud.
Yeah, they got a 454. I think that was a Chevy engine.
It may have been, one was a Chevy, one was a Ford.
Yeah, because
for inside a
Chevy come out
boat.
with a truck in the 90s that had that. It was the Sport, and they had like the 454 engine in it. Fast truck, next truck.
Yeah. I had the same engine as what was in the big cars, but it was in the back of a boat, and it had a straight inboard with a rudder and a prop in front of it. Them things were loud, but they had some power.
Had dually chrome pipe sticking out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done covered 80s music, 90s music. Now we're moved on to vehicles. Not bands, now to vehicles.
I grew up commercial fishing. I got my first boat when I was 9 years old. And that was made by my granddad, who's 95 years old now, as of Friday. Rusted.
I slammed Kermit the Frog in my hood and rolled on. Yeah, I grew up chopping cotton every year. That's about the excitement of my summer.
Yep.
I was never big on radios in my vehicle. Mainly left at factory. Might have changed out, put a cassette player in. But my deal was with cars was jacking the back end up. If it was a hot rod, I'd jack the back end up, put some Super 50s on the back, little narrow ones on the front, and pick out a certain type of chrome wheels for that car. Throw some dual exhaust on there.
He does, because he was one asking.
Working on the motor. I had a 64 Pontiac Le Mans 2-door hardtop GT. Ooh, that thing was sharp. On the outside, the inside looked good, except the floorboard, the passenger side had a big hole in it. I had a plate and a coach stowed over. And it had a 454 in it and took it out because it run the bushings in it. And when you turn, the wheels were laid over. We dropped a 350 down in it and a 350 turbo transmission. And I worked on that engine all winter long. I walked 8 miles to work and back home. Every now and then I catch a ride, but all winter long. And I put my money in that thing when I was 19, 20 years old. And when I got done, that thing would pull wheelies off the ground. Pull the front tire off the ground with it. It was bad to the bone. The only thing chrome I had on a car was the wheels. And most normally they was Kragers.
I never liked chrome. My old saying was chrome don't get you home.
I wanted my wheels to be sharp now. I mean, my rim stuff. If I had an old hot rod looking car and it looked good, I want the wheels to look good too. But like I said, most of the time it was them Krager rims. Of course, back then you didn't have very much option. You had the honeycombs or you had the Krager rims. That's about it.
Yep.
Now you just got like 10,000 different kinds.
Yeah.
Anyway, my wife, I got married. The wife I got now, she made me sell it. She said, "You go kill yourself in that car," because I'd race that car all the time. There has been 10 new posts since river rats fishing. Yeah, just message me on Messenger, send me y'all's address, and I'll show you something here in a second if I can find it.
Let's see. I did Chrome on my Harley. Huh.
Oh. Where are you tonight? I know you're in here so long.
But yet you say you don't like country music.
I didn't say I never listened to it because my stepdad was country, my mom was rock and roll. She grew up in the 50s. So I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yep.
I want my sticker. I want to put Rustic Outdoors right here.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna have that downsized. It's a fish, a hook, and a buck. Because it's a fish and the hook runs around.
Mm-hmm.
There's a buck on it and it got some ducks on it.
Cool. That's pretty good.
But I'm gonna send y'all one of these for your vehicle.
Cute.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Tails up. Huh?
Tails up.
That's pretty cool.
It's my motto right there. Tails up.
Mm-hmm.
I got. Let's see here. If I can find it, I might not have any more bigger ones left, but. Oh, maybe this one here then. Oh, then I got that one right there too. I'm gonna send you. I wish it was a bass, but it's not.
Jason,
cool.
yeah.
See, I have been making stickers. I just haven't decided on what kind I want to. With that model one that tails up, I might just get one of those with the tails up and just say tails up and have Rustic Outdoors put somewhere on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because this right here was my deal right here. It's a skipjack on a pole.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of skipjack fishing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Find which way they go. Here's the bigger version or the smaller version. Which one do y'all rather have? I'll just send them both. Let y'all decide. I'm sending Matt one. I think he's wanting the one with the hook and the deer on it.
Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Because I've got
I
one.
did too. That was my number one seller in the store. Was that? Everybody loved that.
Yeah, one I found is, has a mermaid's tail and it has back off my tail on the back of my car.
Yep. Yeah, just message me, send me your address. Won't nobody else get it, I promise. And and where you want it mailed to, and that's where I'll get it in the mail to you guys.
All right. I think you just sent your requests on Facebook.
I don't know. Let me see here. Hopefully, let me do it this side so I don't hit the exit button. Woolard, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get that here in a little bit and write it down in my book so I don't forget. So I keep everything in a book. Even for the people come up on the guests I got on my show, I write down tons of things to ask them, questions for the chat, and everything.
I like to know who comes
I don't want
in.
their children to. I don't write everybody who comes into the chat because that just takes too long. But my biggest number one thing that I am dead set on with my show is that you involve the chat no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sit there and talk and talk to your guests and bring people up and then totally ignore your guests. I mean, all your guests down in the chat because they're the ones that support you. And
well, it's like I go into a channel that's called Boots and Bounty, and his channel is Mr. Boots and Bounty. They
yeah, I've seen that.
They ask you what you want to be called other than your channel name. Like, you know, me, it's Skip. It's my nickname. And they ask you what state you're in, because they like to get a little more personal in
That's like,
their chat.
AZ Homeland. He's like that.
Mm-hmm. They like to get more personal with their chats.
Yeah, it's like whenever I come up on somebody's panel and live, I don't mean to disrespect nobody, and I would never do it, but I've got a bad habit of acknowledging people in the chat. I'll turn around and say, hey, you know, welcome in. It's just a habit I got, and I don't want to ever break it, but
I just plain out leave chats. If I'm down in chat and nobody says anything, I say, hey, everyone. Like here, I get, you know, hey, Gray Wolf, blah, blah, blah. I'll leave a chat if I don't. Because I figured, hey, if they don't want to talk to me, I don't want to be in their chat.
Yep. I got 2 or 3 places I don't go into because when you go in there, you'll have like Mr. Irvin and Alan Lewis and Mr. Mitch Morgan and Annette and Liz and Beverly and those folks like that will say hi to you, but the ones who think they're up here, they kind of like they won't acknowledge you're there.
That's why I like coming into these chats. Big Match, yours, Coastals, Backlash. They stop what they're doing and say, hey, Gray Wolf.
Well, even if I'm in chat and I don't come up on panel, I always say, hey to everybody, welcome in. Hey, so welcome in. Hey, welcome in.
That's one thing. Like when
even if I'm not a moderator, I still try to put them out there.
Yeah, like when we go to family functions, we try to do our best to say hey or hug or whatever to everyone at some point when we see them.
Yeah.
Well, that's like me. I was brought up. I say Miss Coastal Water, or I say Miss Beverly. Mm-hmm. That's just my being, respect for that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I call, like you brother and stuff like that.
I don't throw the brother thing around too much. I mean, if I like you, and I think a lot of you, you'll hear that come out of chat on me. Hey, brother, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. But the rest of the time, I like everybody. I don't really know a lot of them in there, and I'll say, hey, how you doing? Or hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so, and like that. But if you get to talking to me, you get to know me, and I get to know you. Next time you come in, like Lance McCool, he'll come in and say, hey, brother, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Lance. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know your first name now.
Yep.
It's like on my Facebook. I mean, I've got a lot of friends on it I went to school with, I grew up with in the area that went to the schools, but we all kind of went to the youth church deal with each other. And so we know, I got a bunch of them on my Facebook, and I'm kind of winging off of them, a lot of them, because there's a lot of drama on that crap, man. Or pity me parties, you know what I mean? And so I've kind of gotten away from a bunch of them. And most of my friends now I'm getting on Facebook now is from the catfish community, and everybody on there seems to have a great attitude, great, personality and stuff.
Well, it's like all these people I have on Facebook that I went to school with. They sent me a friend's request, this and that and everything else. And it's like, you know what? You bullied me back in high school. You didn't have anything to do with me back in high school. But now that we're adults and you want to have something to do with me, I don't think so.
Yep. Or you didn't talk to me in high school. I ain't got no reason to add you as my friend. I know you, but you're not my friend.
Yeah.
Or you bullied some of my best friends. What makes you think I'm going to have anything to do with you now? I protected the bullied.
Try to add me on Facebook and stuff like that. I deny it. He'd deny. And one day he messaged me, said, "How come you won't add me on Facebook?" I said, "Dude," I said, "me and you stayed into it all the time. We didn't like each other. We fought each other. I beat your butt more than I can count hairs on the dog's back. You kept me in the principal's office all the time. I got my butt tore up by the principal so many times over you. And I said, I don't like you. I don't want nothing to do with you, dude. Peace and good out and happy life, but don't bother me. I just don't care for you. You made my high school years miserable."
Well, that's like I got a friend right now who lives out in Seattle, Washington. I never thought he liked me. My wife made a post on Facebook. We had him, we both had him on Facebook. He came from Seattle, Washington to upstate New York with his wife because we were low on food and this and that. He handed me a fistful of $100 bills. And when I came out on the porch, he says, "I want to hug your neck, buddy." I found out he stuttered and everything, and he thought he was, beneath me. I'm like, "No, dude, you're not beneath me. I always thought you was right at the level. I thought I was beneath you."
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your people at school, but then you have like that, like your five or your like closest little knit of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the way it's getting in. If you sit back and just watch that, and don't comment on some of the chats for a while. Just when you go in, just sit and watch, and that's what you notice in a lot of the catfish community too. And I don't care if I get harassed about it or not, like it there, man. Because I that stuff just blows off of me just like that. I don't care anymore. You got the clique, the club, and you got the people in the middle, and they don't know which way to flow. You know what I mean? So they just kind of go in and all of it. And like I said, and amongst all that, it's like high school drama, a lot of it. And I've met a lot of great people in there.
Well, I'll sit back and lurk a lot of times. And there's one time I did this in I feel bad about it. I did this in Warrior Hearts chat one time. Just here not too long ago. You know how he's got he supports Wendy? Well, here just the other day he said that here in the next couple of days he's gonna change that. I was lurking. He said here in the next couple of days he's gonna change that to go out and support Grey Wolf Outdoors. And my jaw dropped.
Yeah, Robbie's a good guy. He does involve everybody.
What kind of person Robbie is. When he didn't even know I was in there, and he said he was going to support me out.
I met him on a Big Matt, outdoor with Big Mats. Everybody knows Big Matt. Everybody loves Big Matt. I met Robbie up there, and I said hi to him and everything. I talked to him a little bit, and so I figured, I'll go check his channel out. He checked me out, and he subscribed to me. He said he liked my content and stuff. And so I said, I'll go check him out. Well, I watched several of his videos. I never said nothing. and I just hung back and watched and listened to him in chat. I went on his lives and listened to him, and I thought, man, he pays attention to the chat. He acknowledges people and stuff like that. And he talks to you. So I subscribed to him, hit that bell, give him a thumbs up. And
well, it's like Big Matt's the reason why I met you. I met Backlash, and Backlash is the reason why I met you.
Yeah.
And now I got Big Matt.
Sorry about that.
I got Big Matt. I got Clayton, and I got Coyote on Facebook now.
Oh, Coyote, man. I could sit there, and this ain't no lie. I could sit there. No, I cannot sit there with Coyote more than 5 minutes, or I'd pee myself from laughing so hard.
Exactly.
That dude, and I'm gonna be honest about it, I could not sit there 5 minutes. I'd have to get up and walk away because I mean I would laugh so hard. I had him up on the show as a guest one time, and I had 5, 6 people up on the panel, and every one of them was doing this, and they were laughing so hard, and the people in the chat couldn't even type. They were laughing so hard.
Well, that's like we were on here the other night. We were on Big Matt's, and one person was in there talking about us. You know, we have prepper in our name and stuff like that. And we're preppers. You know, what are the the tinfoil hat type people and stuff like that? And I says, no, not all of us preppers are the Doomsday Prepper TV show tinfoil hat wearing people. And Coyote, he came right out and says, now, I know that's a big, bold-faced live gray wolf because I know you have a tinfoil hat. Well, a little later on, when I finally went up on chat or on panel, I says, oh, and Coyote, you called me out. Big Matt, Coyote, and everybody started laughing.
Yeah. That's why I'm on everybody's channels, Coastal, Backlash, Robbie's, Matt's, Zombies, which I find it hard to get up on Zombies channels because I don't know what it is, but he either comes on late or he comes on early and I'm never around. And when I do come up, it shows I had one that say live, and I go, oh, Zombies on. I click on it, it's a replay.
Exactly.
I watch it, but because everybody likes to have fun.
Yeah.
And to me, I started this channel directly and only for my grandkids to go back and watch it after I'm gone, so they can say, "Hey, that was my poop ball right there. Look at that."
Well, that's like I was called.
Fear I won't be remembered, so this will help them remember me. And and then people started looking at my videos, and it just started going like this.
Well, I was named the class clown in high school.
I'll go with it.
I was named the class clown in high school back in '88. I figured, why stop? If I can make somebody's day by making them laugh, then I did my job.
Not me. I was one in school that you didn't mess with. I mean, I could be your friend. I could be loyal as an old mutt dog, but if you ever crossed me, there was no words. It was on.
Well, that's like me. I may have gotten my ass beat in high school in a fight, but I didn't back down. I was talking about this last night. I had a guy, with him and I got nose to nose, toe to toe, and finally the gym teachers saw us, and I just started busting out laughing, like I carried on with it, like him and I were, busting on at each other. We weren't.
That's how most of them want to do it in the 80s. They want to come up and get in your face and do that right there. And so I just took it upon myself. And when they come up on me and they go do that right there, it was always smack. I didn't hesitate. I just started knocking them out.
Well, after all that happened, he came up to me. I don't know. But he came up to me like 2 periods later, and he said, he stuck his hand out and he says, I have high respect for you. You're the only one that's ever stood up to me toe to toe. I wasn't going to let you get me down.
If I like you, it's like what Zombie says. If I like you, I'll do anything for you. I'll help you, in the best way that I can help you. You know what I mean? But if I don't care for you, don't ever come around me. Don't ever come around me. I won't say nothing about you, but don't ever come around me. And if you get up in my face, you can do all the hollering you want to, but I'm not going to holler at you. I said, you're going to wind up having to go to the dentist when I get done with you.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to holler at you. There's no sense. We're already here. Yeah, I know what your intentions are.
You're about to find out what my intentions are.
Yeah. And I hated it too. I hated every minute of it, but that's why I quit school, man. I like 3 months before graduation, and I quit school. And they said, "Oh, you'll never amount to nothing, be nothing." And it turned out that, hell, I'm smarter than most of them at graduating. So I said, I don't need this. I'm not going to college. I'm going to be a laborer the rest of my life. I know what I'm going to be. I'm going to work.
And all the teachers are like, well, you're going to be a laborer. You're going to be a loser. No, there's nothing wrong with being a laborer. I looked at a teacher and I says, you're going to need me as a carpenter.
Yep. It took me a while. I had 2 businesses and they were both successful. And I had to sell out of both of them because of medical issues with my gut and stuff. I couldn't do the welding no more. I couldn't do the lifting. I couldn't get up under things anymore. I couldn't climb over that stuff anymore. Climbing in and out of semis, moving on the tractors, moving on was tough. And then the other one I sold out the bait shop was because I had another surgery and I wasn't able there to run it. And plus the people that bought the property promised at the sale if they would sell me the building and the little lot, and they decided to keep it all and told me to get out. So, and right now you can't find a place to rent reasonable because right now they want 10,000 prices for it
because they know they can get it.
Yep.
Well, we found out what happened last time you tried welding. We found out what happened last time you tried welding. You got busted in the lip.
Well, that wasn't welding. That was mechanic work there.
Oh.
But honestly, I thought somebody or my brother come up behind me and hit me. And then after I come off, I turned around and that door was down on me. And I raised that door up and he was still up there in the basket there. And because I was working on the computer part because the high idle, it's got low and high on them baskets. And it wouldn't idle up high. And I think I just froze up.
Your picture did, but your voice didn't.
My voice didn't. Maybe they kicked back in. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, it'll probably unthaw here in a minute, maybe. But I was sitting in there working on it on the computer part, and the fan blade was to my right, about 8 inches from my head. And I was sitting there working on it and everything and trying to get that thing to engage. And the high winds would come up and pick that door up, broke the latch on it. It fell down and hit me in the back, right below the neck, pulled me up in that motor, man, and smashed my face up in there. I felt like I got hit in the mouth with a 2x4. That's what it felt like.
Oh.
I guess I'll go out and come back in.
Well, I'll probably give it a couple. Well, I'll give him a chance to come back in. I'll probably close it down in a couple minutes.
Well, it looks like you've been on for 3 hours.
I know. I was like, oh, wow. It went quick. Oh.
I'm moving.
Yeah, you're moving.
Trying to spots. How many people you got watching?
It says 2.
2? What, me and Coyote? I mean, me and Grey Wolf, sorry.
Probably.
Well, I get a kick out of it. Everybody says coyotes and wolves don't get along. Well, it's kind of funny. Me and Coyote do.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, when you came up, you were bobbing and weaving. I was getting ready to.
Yeah,
fighting.
There's a couple lives on. There's Lance McCoo guys on. Last time I looked, the guest from my show, Swamp Donkey, he's on live fishing, so a bunch of them's over there watching them fish. And I think there's a wrong.
I think Ramblin' is on.
Scott.
Yep.
Well, that's like
I
my
go in
last
there-
video. My video I posted about me, questioning my faith in it. Lance was one of the first ones that came up, and said something, commented about it.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with
And she
me.
uses that term very loosely, gentlemen.
Well,
I'm a gentleman and a
Well, I-
scoundrel.
Well, I've enjoyed it, and thank you for letting me come up and
Yeah.
harass you guys for a while.
yeah,
Well, I kind of needed to come up and everything. It really helped me.
it definitely has helped me just kind of
Yeah.
not think about what's happening or coming. So,
Yeah. Well, I've been wanting to go live for a couple of days, and I figured, well, let other people go live, and I'll just see if I'll go in and chat with them. And there's going to be a bunch of them that go live for CatCon, and that's where all they're going to watch is. And even I did, because I wanted to put a lot of names to faces.
Well, that's why
Like
I
Rain.
come up here and everything on panels, because everybody sees my name and everything, and nobody's ever seen my face. I'm sorry you
Like
guys had to
with Steve Mosley, I got
look
to
at my
see him
face, but
today. So
and I figured the later I can go, the better chance I can catch all that, because she is different time zone area future.
do like I do. You got your book, right? Dedicate one page for every day of the week. One page. Make your lines straight down, half the page, and the other half put the other rest of the days of the week with lines down it. Watch and pay attention what days, and put right down the Monday, the show that's airing and the time it starts, and do everything like that, and you'll find your time slot, and that's when you'll get a bunch of people come in. I did mine on Sunday nights and at 5 o'clock. So because Abbott comes on at 8, and it catches people coming
by
in.
10 he's leaning back in his chair sleeping.
And Lance McCoo guy started his. He started out doing his on 8 o'clock Saturday night or 5 o'clock Saturday, and now he's going to where he's coming on every night. So, and even on Sunday he'll start at 5 o'clock when I start. And I told him, so man, you're starting when I start. That's why I moved mine from Saturday, because I want you to have all that time. And I moved mine to Sunday so I get that time for my guests. And and they say, I know he's coming up. But, that's good too, because I like Lance too.
That's like with Big Matt. He's like, "Are you going?" I said, "I haven't. I saw where you scheduled yours." I said, "No, I'm not going."
Yep. Like I don't know how many subscribers you got. I'll look, and I will start promoting you out and help you grow. And you just got to find your nick and your groove about what you want to post your videos on.
Right.
I do know you want to do the family fishing thing. It's great. It's awesome. I keep with that too. And but you need to find another nook, and that's why a lot of videos that soar with a lot of subscribers is because of the sceneries and like you said, the lighthouses and stuff like that. People find that fascinating.
Yeah, I can walk, because if I can walk, let's see, Cape Hatteras is 200 and some steps. How many wants to make that climb?
Well, that's like I grew up in Corning, New York, and I'm gonna go start going different, all the different sites in my home city, and making videos of it and everything.
It's like that one live I did, and I was on for 5.5 hours on the Mississippi River. The title was Fishing Muddy Waters.
Yep.
And while I was on live at 5.5 hours, I think it was at the 4.5, 5 hour mark, I hit 120 something people viewing it. And I haven't looked since, but at that point it was 120 something. That's the most I've ever had anybody view my videos on the live.
Well, that's like some of my videos. I might have 30, 40, 50 views, but that video I put up of that short video I put up of the prepping preacher when he passed away, I got over 400 views.
Yeah.
On that.
Well, it's like it's like Coastal. If she goes and sees a lighthouse and she finds it fascinating, other people will too. She can do a little short video on it, and at the bottom, hashtag lighthouse.
Yep.
And you put hashtag lighthouse and add it to your video the description deal, and you'll get, oh man, them views will go.
Yep.
All them guys you see on that short videos has got 1,500, 2,000 views. They got the hashtags on. Because anytime you punch in and say, okay, lighthouses, boom, your videos will come up. They're going to look at it, and then they're going to say, huh, that's interesting. I wonder what else they got. And they'll click on your channel.
All right. Oh.
No, she's playing on fidget spinners.
I love people to see what I see, man. I love the beauty, the scenery, and I want people to see what I see.
Well, it's like I go out fishing and hunting, and I mean, the greatest artist in the history of the world was God. Look what he gave us.
Yep.
Look at the views he gave us.
Yep. All right, Cole. So I'm gonna get off here. So you.
All right, we're gonna get off too.
Go over and say hi to other people.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later. Ray, we'll see you later, buddy.
Others. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wow. Well, definitely closing this out, and all got good stuff. Just gonna end with prayer. I just feel that it might be needed. Here we go. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for bringing those who came in to chat and they came on a panel. Just be with them in whatever capacity that they are in need of. Along with that, be with our family. As you know, we're getting close to having a loss. You know the time when it will happen. Just be with everyone when it occurs. And be with what's going over and with the war in Ukraine and Russia and the divide that's over there. Just be with whatever safe outcome can be for everyone, because there will be loss and casualties on both sides that is unnecessary, but just be with that situation and ask you in your wonderful name. Amen. Have a good night, everyone.